Today's episode is brought to you in part by Next Generation Speakers Magazine. Next Generation Speakers Magazine is a magazine dedicated to showcasing the next generation of speakers. And this month we're highlighting the Grind Awards put on by Daryl and Lynn Campbell, and they show you how they were grinding it out, honoring small business owners. You want to check out the article in the magazine, and there's a video recap that you don't want to miss. We also have another butterfly effect by none other than Dr. LaDonya Vet, and she showed you how faith, focus, and flow go together. You want to read her article in the magazine. We also have another Co-Sign Your Significance by none other than Shauna Dennis, and she showed you how beautiful things can be out of place. You want to read her article. And we're also getting ready for our Become the Best You event, which is going to be held in St. Louis in February. You want to check out the article in the magazine and click on the link to get the tickets. So listen, in order to read the magazine, go to SacconiPrince.com/NGS Magazine. But to be in the magazine, go to SacconiPrince.com/NGS Magazine-2. Do you have a story worth telling? Hi, this is Sacconi Prince of SacconiPrince.com, where we make motivation personal by introducing you to yourself. And I want to know, do you have a story that's worth telling? Earlier today, I had an opportunity to drop the trailer for an upcoming documentary that I was actually privileged to actually write and direct. It's called The Birth of a Butterfly, the Dr. LaDonya Vet story. And if you haven't had a chance to check the trailer out, here it is here.
At an early age, Dr. LaDonya Vet has been fascinated with butterflies. During some of the darkest moments in her life, they would mysteriously show up, bringing her comfort and reassurance. Through this magical connection and her international initiatives, she has become known as the Global Butterfly Princess.
So what did I do? How can I pull through all of this? I really had to pull in my strength as who I am, as a person of someone who inspires other people. I had to really pull that energy and pour it into myself to survive all of these things.
I've watched her work for about 6 to 7 years. I've watched her fight. I watched her wisdom. I watched her strategy, and actually more important, everything she does is about other people. She always made sure that other people have what they need.
The way I know LaDonya Yvette is I met her at an empowerment conference that she was giving. It was like God put somebody in my life that I needed.
She is an amazing entrepreneur. She's an amazing coach. If you're thinking about working with her, I would highly suggest.
While putting that documentary together, I realized that all of us have stories. All of us have things that we've overcome. We've had challenges that we've had to see ourselves through. But the question is, are you sharing that with someone else? Are you telling and inspiring the world around you? All of us have gone through challenges. All of us have faced trials and struggles. But how do we overcome them? And do we just keep that information to ourselves? Or do we feel the responsibility to share it with other people? Somebody once told me that the sin of the desert is not telling people where water is. I'm going to say that again. The sin of the desert is not telling people where water is. So if you found a solution, if you found a way out, you have a responsibility and an obligation to share that with other people. In this documentary, it does just that. It encourages people to understand that in spite of what they're facing, their commitment, their promises, they can actually continue to do the things which they purpose to do. And I know a lot of us, we find ourselves in situations where it just seems unbearable and we don't know which way to go. But when you've come through a situation, when you've made a headway, when you've gotten some success and have a solution, why not share that? Why not give it to somebody else? Why not put it in a place where somebody else can find it? And this documentary, it does just that. It encourages everybody that watches it to know that in spite of what you're facing, in spite of what life throws at you, if you keep your purpose, if you keep it at the forefront of your mind, if you keep your why at the center of your attention, regardless as to what comes your way, you can actually continue to go and achieve your goals. And so I want to encourage you, if you haven't thought about it, start telling your own story. That's one of the reasons why we have Next Generation Speakers Magazine, because it's a platform for you to actually tell your story. And then expanding it to actually do documentaries. And why wait? Why wait until you have one foot in the grave to even think about a documentary? Why not do your own documentary now, while you're still able to actually tell people, I'm not even finished with this. This is just chapter 1. So you have an opportunity to tell your own story. And you know what? I can help you with that. Hey, look, this is Saucony Prince of SauconyPrince.com, where we make motivation personal, introducing you to yourself. And I know a lot of you watching me right now have a story to tell. The question is, will you tell it? And if you need help, as my coach, Dr. Ruben West say, holler at your boy. And listen, we actually would like and share this video. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.